everybody, and today I'm going to talk about the sidekick in Taekwondo, and I'm going to have a biomechanical analysis of it because that's what I do. Hey, alright, moving on. Sidekick is also called Yopchagi because it is Korean, and this guy right here, he's performing a pretty good sidekick. He's super flexible, so he can reach all the way up to supposedly someone's head over here, but right now he can reach a 7-foot pole. Alright, the definition of a sidekick is when you turn your body towards the side, hence the word side in sidekick, and you chamber your kicking leg all the way diagonally across your body and extend it and kick someone in the face. This is the lovely Ilya who is going to perform a sidekick for me today because I am crippled. She has a black belt in Taekwondo, but she has not had training in a while, so form's a bit off. Nevertheless, she's super flexible and an amazing person. Alright, so let's just look at her full kick. And she's moving it up and kicking air. Yes, the air is gonna hurt a lot after that. Yo, and she is putting it down. Yeah, and there we go. Now she's gonna look at the camera and smile because she is perfect. Yep. Alright, so that is the full cycle of a kick. So first, she's elevating her leg while depressing her trunk. This is because of Newton's third law, which states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So she needs to counteract the force that she's going to be producing a while in the kick on her left leg with the body weight on her right. This is so the body is more stable. Also note that she is not completely, but kind of parallel to the ground, where she's supposed to actually be completely parallel to the ground. This is to increase her stability, and she's also lowering her trunk so that the base support is higher. Okay, so let's just go back up in here. Her knee is flexing, right? Her knee is flexing pretty significantly so that the muscles, the soleus and other muscles in this area, are able to provide some power, but more importantly momentum to the left leg in order for it to fully extend. If you don't believe me, try kicking without bending your knee. It's going to be pretty hard if you don't fall off first. Alright, so her hip is also extending as it undergoes full extension. It also undergoes abduction to about 90 degrees to the lateral side. Ilya kicked a bit too prematurely. I will address that later as well. And let's just look at a full range of motion. Wow, she is flexible. Alright, so her ankle joint right here is pretty dorsiflex. I don't know if you caught that, but let's just look at that. Alright, look at that. Dorsiflexion. It is way too dorsiflex. And this form is improper, right? But I'm just going to explain proper form. So imagine she's not kicking and she's kicking a really big bad guy. Hello, this is bad guy over here, and she is kicking that guy's neck, like and the guy falls over. But we don't care about that guy. We care about Ilya and how her joints are going to respond to that kick. If she kicks with her sole, just her sole, and not the ball of her foot, all of the force is going to get transmitted all the way up to the knee, and it's going to mess up the joints pretty badly. It can result in some major injuries. I'll talk about that in a while. She's supposed to hit the opponent with the ball of her foot and the sole. Alright, now she's done kicking. Alright, now her hip is flexing to the original position, and her trunk elevates once more to re-stabilize itself. She also widens the base of support because she's compensating for her improper form. Okay, so we're going to look at the weaknesses that Ilya had with the form. The first one is her head is not parallel to the trunk. At this position, you can see Ilya's body is not completely parallel with the ground where it's supposed to be. Her head position is not straight, and this leads to an imbalance of body weight, which is also imbalance of force. That's why at the end of the kick, you can see her compensating for it by widening her, as she lands, she widens her base of support, where she's not really supposed to do that. Also, at this position, her center of gravity, which is supposed to be here, is now being shifted towards here as she leans forward. This is not proper because the body weight should be in the middle for her to balance correctly. Alright, the second weakness is premature kicking and the lack of hip rotation. This leads to inadequate distribution of weight. So right here you can see that she kicks too early. She's supposed to lift her leg all the way up and kick it for maximum power. She's supposed to rotate the body fully to align to your hip before kicking, but she kicked a bit too early once again. This is to put your body weight into the kick to maximize the force created. Alright, so the next weakness is over dorsiflexion. Dorsiflexion is supposed to be completely flat. So there's no inversion or eversion of the foot, and the knee shouldn't be locked, which is what Ilya is doing there. Ilya is locking her knee. This is so the impulsive force is lowered as seen in Newton's second law of motion, where if the force is applied in a short amount of time, the impulsive force is so large that it can damage the knee joint and the ankle joint, as all the force is directly absorbed into these things. And this can cause ligament and tendon tears as well as cartilage damage.